read one short story from the magazine, and I don't think there's anything you need to know about it, except for I wrote it for my pal Meredith, who once did actually catch and kill a ram. So that doesn't deserve dedication. I don't know what does. It's called Evolution. My father is a caveman. Once a year, I go back in time to visit him. I find him naked and stooped over, smashing beetles with a rock. When he sees me standing at the mouth of the cave, he flashes his fangs and pounds his fists against his big, hairy chest. He grunts and snorts and takes my hand to bring me inside. He's got a nice setup, a mid-sized cave scooped from the side of a red mountain with a killer view of the green valley below. We sit down across from each other on the cold stone floor and say nothing. This is the part where I give him a present. On these trips, I always bring a little something with me, so he knows I've been thinking of him. A nice cut of meat, a hammer, a match. Dad unwraps the brown paper package and blinks. It's a pistol, I say. You can use it to hunt. But Dad just smiles his slow, stupid smile, and I know that this gift is going to end up with all the others, pitched off the side of the cliff. I want to tell him about my life, about the new baby, and the trouble at work. But it's hard to explain corporate takeovers to a man with no language. Instead, I draw a chart of the sun's orbit in the sand. I tell him that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, and that the first letter of the alphabet is A. For 3 days, we stalk a ram living in the area. This is our little tradition. We creep through the tall gold grasses, crouching where the animal can't see us. This place is beautiful. There's a shade tree and a silver stream where the ram is dipping its curly horns. It looks so peaceful. I don't want to disturb it. But then Dad jerks an elbow into my rib, and I'm up, screaming, running toward it like a wild thing. We do this over and over all day, until we know the ram's instincts by heart. Until we know which way he'll run when he's afraid, and how fast, and for how long. We rise early. The sun is peeking up over the plains, but inside the cave, it's still dark. And Dad has to squint to see what he's doing. Tools are a new thing this year. With a string of hide, he ties the blade he's carved from a piece of obsidian to a washed rib bone. It looks like something I once bought at a gift store when I was missing him and kept crossing the park to see the Ape to Man exhibit at the Museum of Natural History. Behind him, I can barely see the pictures on the wall. These days, he only draws one thing: Mom and the mastodon. Each scene is a retelling of that day with a happier ending. Mom outrunning the beast. Dad hearing her screams and getting there in time to save her. There's even one where they tame the animal and make it their pet. There they are, I think, my parents. But it's just two stick figures holding hands, their little lion smiles stretched across their chalky heads. Out here, it's possible to forget what you are. It's possible to fall into the weird rhythm of survival for survival's sake. A long time ago, when I first started coming here, I realized that I had to establish some ground rules. I will not cheat on my husband, I decided. I will not steal, and I will not kill. So when Dad goes after the ram, I stay back. I sit down under the shade tree and watch him move. I watch all the glorious muscles in his body flex and tighten, working exactly as they're meant to be worked. I see the ram see my father just a second too late. And it happens that fast. Dad pulling the brown fur back. One slash, and then the neck falling open like a mouth. On my last night in town, we throw a party. Dad introduces me to his friends, short, stocky guys like him who keep their distance and stare back at me from the darkest part of the cave. At first, we all just stand around knocking slabs of flint together, and it looks like we're going to be out of luck. Then a spark catches, and Dad gets a fire going. We take turns, passing what's left of the ram around. I notice Dad seems especially quiet, and I wonder if he's thinking about tomorrow. When the party's over, I make myself a bed of leaves outside the cave. It's cold, and I wonder how long until someone thinks to weave the ram fur into a blanket. The fire is still crackling, and I can hear my father already snoring inside the cave. Other than that, it's absolutely quiet. I've never known quiet like this. I look up at the dark sky, which is full of planets and stars and everything ancient. All those stars, I think, and not one of them knows that they're already dead. Thank you.